Until my birthday, I'm on a cleanse.
November what?
2nd.
2nd. Oh my gosh.
Not too long. Just not today though.
These goddamn Scorpios, man.
The best.
Are you guys the best or?
We really are the best. I mean, we the people's choice. So.
For real, I think I would like to say, I wouldn't say the people's choice.
Yeah, we definitely the people's choice. Everybody say we loyal.
Sneaky,
really, you got a Scorpio in your life though?
Of course
no.
I do.
Exactly.
My girl was a Scorpio.
Exactly. We're the people's choice. Like, it be the closest ones to you that be a Scorpio. So that just says enough. We not liars.
Scorpios are crazy.
Yeah, we are crazy.
Yeah. I'm a Gemini, so like.
Y'all are loony.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But,
loony.
I mean.
Who are you today?
What's poppin', everybody? Okay. Mr. J Hill is in the building. That's clearly who I am. J Hill Podcast. Episode shit, man. We had a lot. Special guests in the building. Des Dior. I wanted to ask you this while I introduce you. Is it Des or Des? Or is it the same thing?
It's the same thing for real. Whatever roll off your tongue. Sometimes I say Des Dior. Sometimes I say Des Dior. It's just,
Okay. I was wondering if that was any type of pet peeve of yours.
Some people, like, my family call me Des, and then, like, people close to me call me Des. So it's just.
Okay. How are you? Like you got a lot of things going on.
I'm blessed, I'm thankful. Like, I'm glad to have all these opportunities, all this stuff in motion. Like, being busy is always good. So
is it?
I'm happy.
Because sometimes it can be a coping mechanism.
I like being busy. Maybe it is a coping mechanism, but it just keeps my mind off a lot of things, me being busy and I'm being productive. So whether it is a coping mechanism.
I asked you before you got in here, right? I was like, you ready? You sure? You like, should I be worried? I don't know if you ever watched any of my interviews, but it can get like, sometimes it get emotional.
I seen a couple.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I seen like a good range. One of them was emotional.
Sometimes it can get emotional. That's what I was asking. Like, are you in that space? What type of space are you in today?
I'm in a level-headed space. I'm like pretty balanced right now. I don't think I'm an emotional person.
A Scorpio isn't.
We can be, but we not like.
Come on.
Just openly emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
So you think you're just like is that the purpose of the cleanse?
No, the purpose of the cleanse is because I've been getting fucking lit. I've been getting lit like this past month. It was my friend's birthday. I had my release party. We was just doing a lot of celebrating. So I just been.
What was the project?
Raw.
When
it released on the 23rd. Was it 23rd? I had my party on the 22nd. Yeah.
That's relatively new. Celebrating a project.
Celebrating a project.
The project on BET, the show.
The Impact.
Impact ATO.
Yeah, it's a lot to celebrate. Had a premiere party right after my friend's birthday. Like, we just was doing a lot of turning up. So I needed a break. Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes you overworking yourself to like rid all the noise and things like that's going on in your life? Because you got a lot of things that's going on.
Yeah, I definitely could say I do that a lot. I stay busy so I don't really get caught up in like just thinking about stuff I really don't want to think about.
So when do you?
But I still be having time at home sometimes. But it's like as soon as I get up, I'm back to work.
So when do you have time at home? Are you talking to anybody about what's going on? Or it's just like
I talk to my friends. Anybody around me, I talk their head off. Like people close to me, I'll just talk their head off. But sometimes stuff be better left unsaid, so I don't even really be talking about it after I done talked about it so much.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yo, it's crazy because like you're so young and you got so much good things going on for you, right? And I was just as I'm doing my research, it's like every interview. Now let me scratch that. What I will say is I love when you talking to the girls, right? Mm-hmm. Because like it's different for me, right? Like that's not like my vibe. I probably wouldn't watch it, but I know that like it's an energy that come with you when you talking to girls that like I know other girls appreciate. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And as I was looking, I'm like, man, when did she ever like give me a serious moment? Like give me some vulnerability. Like give me like, and that's as I'm watching, I'm like, I wanted to come in here intentionally with that on my mind because like every time I watch you, it's like you're so fun and it's a great thing. Yeah. But I'm like, man, I know it's something behind. It's something under these layers, this onion. And I wanted to pull it back.
Vulnerability scares me.
Why so?
I don't know. It's just like I think being vulnerable is just a sign of being like weak. I don't like to just show everything on my sleeves. I feel like people take advantage of vulnerability, so it just it didn't scar me. Being vulnerable didn't scar me.
That's such a fact. I think I think it's kind of the opposite. I think vulnerability is a sign of being strong, right?
Yeah, I think about it like that sometimes too,
but it's scary.
People take it as a weakness.
I can see that,
which makes it scary, you know, because it's like you don't even appreciate me being vulnerable. Like
people take advantage of it. They use it for their own personal gain.
Yeah,
I think I was talking to your sister, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm not going to reveal the conversation, but it was like I could see the pain. I could just see how people can manipulate situations, and I was just like, man, only if you knew. I'm just like the opposite, right? And I say that to say like, you've mentioned so many times how like you're so private, right? But like you're so popular,
right?
How does that go? How does that even tie in?
It's hard because being popular, people want to know a lot about you. And like, you know, being popular, you got to be like relatable. So in order to be relatable, you got to share. And it's just complicated for me. I feel like that's the most complicated part about being popular for me. Because I feel like my privacy is my peace. But I also want to get to know my fans. I want to get to know people. But it's just like it's a wall. Can I curse?
Yeah, you good.
It's a wall. And it's like just slowly breaking it down, but I always get knocked back to step one.
How is dealing with that on a day-to-day? Because it's not like you can chill, right? Like you outside, like you working, like you doing vlogging, you got the show on BET.
That's the way I let people get to know me. It's on like my terms. I'm just on there just being myself, and somebody following me with a camera.
Okay. So how do you get the people? Because like we can't ignore, because you're doing so much, you got different type of fans, right? You got fans for the vlog, you got fans because you're best friends with Jay. Like you got fans for all types of ways of your life, right? And do you ever feel like, man, I just want y'all to understand, like, this is who I am. That's not me, but this is who I am. Do you ever feel like you get caught in that trap or that maze?
Like Dior and Destiny?
Yeah, that's a great, I like that.
Yeah, I feel like to the world I'm Dior, but people know Destiny because Destiny is like the privacy of me. You know, like if it was up to Destiny, I probably wouldn't even be on social media. But the Dior in me is just, you know, I be on there just popping my shit, just being me, being fun. What was the question? You said, is it hard?
Is it hard trying to get people to know the real you, like the Destiny? Or do you even care? Do you even want people to know?
I mean, I feel like some people know. The people that I care about know I know. Like, I don't feel the need to get on there and, like, to the internet prove who I am.
That's good.
In that gap. But I feel like people know me enough. And then the people that know me, like the people close to me in my corner, they know me. But, like, the people on the outside, they know me enough. They know me enough to, you know, to where I feel comfortable.
And what do you think that is that they know?
I feel like they really just know, like, the glitz and the glams of everything. They don't know what I really, like, be going through. They don't know, like, you know, the hardships. They look at everything like it's just perfect, you know? And shit don't be perfect.
Is that, but it's right.
Yeah.
But is that okay with you, though? Like, that's all they know?
No, that's not okay. But then in order for them to know everything else, I got to be vulnerable. And that's the hard part for me.
It's so tricky. Like
it's tricky. Like it's hard.
It is. It's just crazy because like I try to look through like everything, right? So even on your social media is fucking lit. That's what everybody talk about, right? Like everybody talk about how you be dripped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you really put that shit on because you really do. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But I just like, man, it's something else.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to. I was like,
something else. What are you looking for?
Do you think the drip is to keep people out of your business? Do you think you wear it to be like, oh, that's just who you are? Like, is it like, man?
Nah, I wear it because that's just who I am. I love clothes. I love fashion. Like, even when I'm not on the internet, like, just walking around the house, I might just put on, like, cute lounge clothes, you know?
Oh, you really got that shit.
Yeah, like, it just really just, it go based off how I feel. When I be putting on nice clothes, like, taking care of myself, it make me feel good. So, I take pride in, like, what
So you never wanted to, like, just chill, even if you go somewhere, like, let's say you go to the corner store. I don't know if y'all got that.
I just throw on some. I'm not saying I just look top tier every day. Like, I be going out looking a mess sometimes. A hot ass mess.
When? I don't believe it.
At the nail shop, at the hair salon.
I don't believe it.
Believe it.
You probably get them people to come to you like, nah, fuck that.
No, I literally, when I go to the nail salon, I might just throw on something, hair be looking a mess. Like, just, that's how I felt like walking out the house.
I think that's a relatable moment. I feel like to the outside, a lot of people probably wouldn't know that.
Yeah, because I ain't just on the internet like oversharing, just taking a picture like, oh yeah, this how I look today. My hair a mess, but I ain't got no lashes on.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I have. Like, you see me on YouTube looking crazy all the time. Like, I be on the internet. I be on my stories just posting, me in my natural state. Like, I ain't scared of it, But I'm not somebody, too, that even when I do look good, sometimes I might not even post that day. Like, I'm just not super open, for real. Like, my life is not on the internet.
Right.
I
get it. You you said if you wasn't even in Islam, like you probably wouldn't even have social media.
Exactly.
Right? Do you feel like it's a pressure that comes with that being in this lifestyle? Like what are some of the pressures that come with it outside of social media, outside of that?
It's a lot of pressures that come with it, like especially being a female in this industry, because you judge like harshly every day, your body, like you for just being like you. They want you to be like this person, and it's like even in the females in the industry, they want to compare a lot. So they don't really do that to guys, but they do it to women. Like from our body to our hair, they just criticize us with everything. Our music, my music, like somebody, fashion, anything, any field, like they criticize women just harshly. That's what makes it super hard, And they make women feel like you can't be yourself or you gotta change who you are to just fit in or just satisfy other people. That's what's like hard.
Can we put our mic down a little bit just so it won't be in our face? I'm sorry. Damn, it's crazy, but do you think it's more of the outside? That was a great catch. Do you think it's more of the outside who's doing that, or other females in the game or other women in the game that's doing the comparing?
Honestly, I feel like everybody play a part. Like everybody really play a part for real.
Is that frustrating for you as an artist, though? But not even just being an artist, being so young. Because I can imagine, I can assume that you probably came up, not looking up, but like admiring some of these women that's in the industry, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get in the industry, and it's kind of like what Drake said, idols turn into rivals.
Right.
And it's like you're forced into that. Like, bro, I didn't want to beef with nobody. Like, what the fuck? Does that ever play a part in it?
I mean, yeah, it is people that you probably grew up looking up to, and now that you like in the same field as them, you looking at it like, damn, like how did I look up to you for all these years? But shit, beefing. That's what you're saying, beefing.
I mean, shit, even not even just beefing, but like just people comparing,
or just looking
like
at
putting,
it different.
Putting you in that box of like this person versus like Des versus this person. Is like, bro,
this person ain't good as this person, or they should have had this person. Like,
bro, I never asked for that.
Yeah, like,
and then what happened is that person probably respond, and it's like, yo, what the fuck?
It's weird. The people play a huge part. But like, I feel like when artists and people like feed into it, it's like, damn, now you just stooping to their level.
What was the weirdest situation you probably have seen this far?
And
you don't have to say no names and nothing like that, but just like a situation that caught you off by surprise, like, what the fuck?
I see shit every day. If I speak on anything or even like a little bit of detail, you gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I probably wouldn't, honestly.
They gonna know. They gonna know. But it's a lot of weird shit that be going on that I'm just glad I'm not a part of.
Damn, man. Let's get to the music, man.
Yeah.
You've been doing the music for
some years now.
Since you was like, what, 12? I think.
Yeah, I had a rap group when I was 12.
But talk to me about the music, man, because it's like, what did you take a break? You're like, man, look, I'm doing something else.
So when I was young, I could always do it. Like, it was always one of my talents. So me and my friends was in middle school. Like, we was always into doing like spontaneous things, always hustling. So we started a rap group. We used to perform and do stuff like that. Like, we always been them girls. But once we stopped, like, I never seen myself honestly like pursuing it. I just knew I love music. Like, music is my passion. I listen to music. Like, it's like it get me through everything. But like I said, I never seen myself like going back into pursuing it. Like, I tried a whole bunch of different business ventures. Sold lip gloss. I sold clothes. Like, I was just hustling. I worked at CVS. I did a lot of different things. But when I was in high school, I started like making little rap videos in the car. And once my dad seen it, he was like,
yeah, that's it. Like, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, like once he seen it, he was like, you need to take this serious. And I'm like, nah. Nah. Because I really didn't like, I was scared, like I was scared. But like, he was so adamant about it. He was like, I'm getting you in the studio. You're going to get in the studio. So once I got in the studio, it was around like my senior year when I graduated, like towards the end of 2017. And I started like practicing and staying in the studio. And then I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with making music. And once I moved to Atlanta, I just started like really doing it on my own. Like just moving around the city, networking, going to the studio, meeting different people. I'd probably be in the studio with one of my friends and they recording, and then I'm just in the building, and then I meet somebody who engineering. Now I'm doing sessions by myself. Like I just really used to be networking, and I feel like God really placed me in different places because this is what I'm like meant to be doing.
I'm so glad you said that, right? The God piece, because we can't like.
Forget about him.
We can tread lightly as possible. We can't really like ignore that, like that. A big part of your career is God, right? You've been around so many like high profile people. Could you ever even imagine like, damn, like this is where I'm at? Like you said, I'm in a studio. I might see this person. Even shit. I mean, let's be real. Like even dating, like it's just like you're around so many high profile people, and it's like, yo, it's a blessing though. We can't.
Yeah, it's a blessing for sure. My whole life is a blessing.
Man, but like, do you ever sit at home like, man, this is crazy?
Like this is how my life playing out.
Yeah, yes, like, and I'm only 23.
Yes, and I'm only 23. Yes, and I feel like my family remind me every day because they just be like, wow, like, oh my God. So it make me sit back and be like, damn, like, this shit really is lit. Like, this ain't an average lifestyle, you know? So I do sit back sometimes and be like, damn, this is my life.
Bro, it's crazy because I can only imagine, right? Like, just a little bit about myself. I moved to Atlanta to do these interviews, and like shit just start going crazy, right?
Even Baltimore?
From Baltimore.
I can tell.
You party in Baltimore before?
I had got booked out there one time. It was lit.
I feel like
it was lit. But I've been there a couple times.
It was an outdoor
like
venue.
Mm-hmm,
yeah, I probably was hosting. Honestly.
Yeah, it was lit. You probably was.
Yeah.
Shock Lizzie. It was me and Shock Lizzie.
I think I might have been hosting.
Yeah,
like
it was lit.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Mo Stacks. Probably was on Sunday.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Come on, man. Shout out to the hotel. Yeah. But nah, I moved out here and shit just took off, right? Mm-hmm. And if I can sit back and be like, damn, look at me, I can only imagine.
Right.
What the fuck?
Like when I look back on my life, I just really be like, damn, because when I first moved to Atlanta, I was living with one of my friends, and I hadn't even had my own place before. And I moved here like with no idea what I was going to do. I just was hustling, and I told my mama, like, God ain't going to put me in no situation that I can't handle. So like a year later after that, I got my own place, my first apartment, and that's when I really started like maneuvering around. Even when I was living with my friend, I used to be in the studio a little bit, but it wasn't like on the front of my mind. Like I wasn't really taking it super, super serious. But once I moved into my own place, I'm like, I got to figure this shit out. And that's when I started like networking, going to the studios, and then COVID came, and I really locked in, like really was hustling. And I had a lot of time to just sit and think and like strategically plan out what I wanted to do. And that's when I got in the studio and I dropped my EP and came up with visuals and just did a whole bunch of stuff, and I just been flourishing.
So, just curious, right? Because Jada is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's been since high school.
We've been best friends since middle school.
Mm-hmm. So I'm treading lightly because I don't know too much, right? But I think I know a little something. But you can correct me at any time, right?
Okay.
This is an open space, so if I even say anything, just you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You good.
Okay,
we good. It's a safe space here.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best friend since middle school, right? From the little bit that I do know, she's been like going crazy since like high school.
Mm-hmm.
You said you moved down here. Who moved down here first, you or her?
She moved out here first because, is my mic close enough? Is it?
Yeah, you
okay.
good, yeah.
She moved out here first because she graduated before me. And I moved to St. Louis my senior year because I was living with my dad throughout like my whole middle school and high school. And then I moved with my mom in St. Louis my senior year. So me and her wasn't really like with each other. I want to say her 11th grade. She graduated in 11th grade. So her 11th grade year, 2 years.
Okay, so you get down here, and the picture I'm trying to paint
She was already here.
Right, she's already here.
Yeah.
She already got it figured out. It seemed like she was lit since high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to figure it out, but that being your best friend, was it ever a moment like where you felt the pressure that like, I got to turn it on because that's my best friend, I got to turn up? Did you ever feel like that?
I really never felt no pressure because like what's meant for me is for me. Like even if I was working a 9 to 5 and my best friend was lit, that's just the situation. Like, you know, that's just what it is. But being that I had so many high goals for myself and I knew what I wanted for myself, that's what pressured me into saying like, all right, I got to get this done. This is what I got to do.
Damn.
Versus like just because somebody else lit.
that's super dope because like you would think, you would assume, like I think it's a human trait to like just feel like.
Now she definitely inspired me and showed me like, okay, this shit is possible, but I didn't feel the pressure to be like all on the internet and all that just because my friend was.
So at what point then did it turn on to you? Right, like at what point did it?
Like
it come
I said, I was
Dior?
just on the internet. I was the rap videos and stuff like that. Like that's kind of what made me tap into the music. If I wasn't doing music, I probably would be selling clothes or something. But I quit my job, and that's when I knew, like, all right, this shit ain't for me.
At what point you was like, I'm okay to quit my job?
I quit my job when I was in 12th grade.
But not even like what grade you were or how old you were.
When you
like,
said like, okay,
at what point
like did I have
you
money
your
saved
life?
up or
Money or anything? How you feeling? Like at what point of your life was it?
I just was like, I don't do well with rules and like being told what to do, and I quit my job. I remember because they was like, I can't call off.
Was that CBS?
I couldn't call off. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Like somebody telling me that I can't call off because I don't feel good. Like this ain't the life for me.
You know, it's crazy because you always like they always judge Geminis, but like I feel like Scorpios and Geminis are similar.
We're not similar.
We are, first of all, very stubborn.
We are stubborn.
Moody as hell. You're definitely moody.
Y'all are way more moody.
But we are moody.
Okay, we're moody every
It's a lot more.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. Like, but
we got a lot of one of my best friends, a Gemini. So.
And you got a nerve.
Yeah, but she crazy.
But you probably love her crazy.
Yeah, I love her. Right? I love her though.
Like the fuck? Don't try to.
She got a special place in my heart for sure.
But it's crazy because I was working for Rite Aid, right? And I was in college and
Rite Aid and CVS like the same thing.
Yeah. So that's why I was.
Right. Okay.
See, I can relate to you a little bit. You feel me? You way more drippier than me, but I can relate a little bit. But like, yeah. So I was working for Rite Aid and I had a tryout for football practice or some shit like that at college at Morgan, and it was like. I'm like, bro, like, I gotta leave. Can you get somebody to cover my shift? They like, nah. I'm like, all right, bet. Well, I quit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you gonna tell me no? Like, I quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I quit.
Damn. So, we still on a Project Raw, right? You dropped this video. Now, nigga, right? Now. How do I say it? Help me out. Is now or nan?
Nanho.
Nanho.
Yeah.
All right, because like it was like I'm a little old, so like I need help. Nanho, Nann.
Yeah.
So you got Nanho, right? Sample. With
Hush.
She's fine. She could get down if she want. Well, unless she'll go to the bathroom. I don't know. Hope she don't.
Don't let her get down.
Okay, so the sample, that's a trainer sample, right?
And
she's in the video. Come on, talk to me. Stop playing.
Love her for that.
Come on, stop.
Love Trina. Trina is like a real ass female. Like she's a real ass individual.
Was that hard to get?
No, honestly.
Trina
shows so much love. Like she really real. I fuck with her.
I feel like if anybody could get all the like females rappers together that's having a dispute or whatever, it could be Trina. I feel like Trina needs to just step up and be like, look, all you little motherfuckers need to come here, have one meeting.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
That shit is a fucking mess.
Like what's messy about it? When I'm asking, I'm really asking because I don't.
What's
know.
messy about like the female rap beef?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just all unnecessary, you know. But that's just me, you know. I don't feel no need to beef with nobody because I am who I am.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't looking at nobody else. I ain't in nobody else's lane. I ain't on nobody else's wave, and I just don't really be. I was just telling my friend this the other day, like. I really don't be feeling the need. Like I strongly don't be feeling the need to like argue with nobody.
Where do you think it come from? Just curious. You ain't talking about nobody in particular, but just curious.
I don't be caring. Like I did all that in high school and growing up, I just knew it got me nowhere. Like arguing, fighting, beefing, that shit don't get you nowhere.
Where
you know
what think the beef come between girls? Like, what do you think that?
I feel like girls are just real catty, you know, and competitive and just I don't know.
That's true. What about the fact of like, do you think you have a lot of male fans when it comes to music?
Probably not.
Cause it's like you wouldn't be. Would you be mad at me if I'm like, nah, I'm not bumping?
No, I would not be mad because that's just your personal preference. But
or the average guy.
An average guy, yeah, no, because I don't really make music for guys.
Right. I feel like that's been a discussion.
But my shit hard though. I ain't gonna lie. You listen to my shit, you gonna nod your head for sure.
Your shit hard. I kind of want to like give you a comparison, but like I'm scared because I don't know.
Don't
there's
compare
no
me
problems.
to nobody.
Right? Okay, that was bad. But I just feel like you rap like one of the illest MCs out right now too.
Really? That's a compliment.
That's just in my
Thank you.
In
I'll
my
take
opinion.
that comparison.
I feel like when I hear you, I'm like, damn, shit, hard. And it shocked me though because I'm thinking like usually. Trying to tread. I'm trying to be careful. Usually you see, I'm trying to tread because I know you got that stinger. I don't want to get stung. But like usually you see a girl that's like lit on Instagram, like some might deem as like IG models or whatever like that, right? And they go to make music. It's like, oh, here go another one.
See, I've been doing this shit way before I was really like who I am on Instagram.
You can tell.
Can you though? Because some people try to really put me in that category.
But that's why it's ignorance is bliss for a reason. I'm glad I can have this conversation ignorantly because you could tie don't mean no harm by it. But at the same time,
people really
exactly. So me not knowing any better, right? Just being real, I'm being vulnerable. They're gonna kill me. Your fans gonna kill me. But I'm being vulnerable, right? And I'm like, I automatically put you in that category by mistake, right? But I listen to your music and I'm like, oh,
wait a minute.
Yeah, like she don't belong here.
Yeah.
That's
no,
crazy.
I've been doing this shit. Like, I didn't just start doing music because of the wave of doing music. Like, I really been doing this shit. From my raps in the car to me just being in the studio in high school. Like, I just been doing this.
But you could tell.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like, man, these hoes need to give my respect? Do you have that chip on your shoulder when you go in the studio at all? I would. But
give me my respect.
Yeah, like you said, or not even just hoes, like just people in general. Like you said, he try to put you in that category.
For sure.
It's like, nah, nigga, I'll do this.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
100%.
But you wouldn't just like.
I'm not gonna get on the internet like trying to like beg for my respect. Like no, like y'all just
I mean, sometimes it work. I mean, shit. Not even beg for your respect. We see 50 Cent career. He came up just dissing everybody. Like, fuck y'all niggas.
Yeah, I talk shit in my music for sure. Like, I talk shit. Like, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, getting on the internet, getting on live and just telling people, oh, y'all need to respect me because, this, that. No, but, like, definitely go listen to my music and y'all gonna feel me.
Yo, you lit, bro. I feel like I would be doing myself in my platform of this service if I ain't talk about this, right?
Congratulations I just wanna, on your platform, too.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How annoying. Right, we're going to talk about it on the other side.
Okay.
How annoying is it to when I'm assuming, and you can correct me anytime, I promise, I won't feel no way. When you go on these platforms and all people want to talk about is somebody you might be associated with. How annoying is that? I can only imagine.
Super, because there's so much more to talk about.
But do you understand how that could be a priority, I guess.
Priority?
For people to want to know. That's curiosity.
I mean, no, it's not a priority. They just nosy because nothing is hidden. Nothing is a secret. Everything on my Instagram, everything on my page, like, y'all gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just them being nosy. Like, they just curious, which I understand, but it's like, it's definitely not a priority.
Not for you.
It shouldn't be a priority for nobody.
It shouldn't be, but we live in an age of Instagram.
It ain't your business. It ain't your business.
We live in an age of Instagram.
We do, but still, it's boundaries. Like, everything ain't for everybody to know. Like, it's boundaries with everybody, and it's boundaries with my personal life. So,
and that brings me to the question I was urging you to ask you. Right, you being so private and you being this person that's like, bro, I clearly don't want my love life out there, right? And then,
if I put it out there, it's going to be on my terms when I feel like
exactly. But you being that way, right? You being so reserved in who you love and what you do in your love life respectfully. But then, boom, said song drop with said name in it. It's like, boom, my spot blown up. Like, I don't want this to be out there. Like, is that like, is that frustrating? It's like, yo, bro, I'm doing everything to keep this away. And then this happened.
But, I look at it like artists making music. That's just how they make music, so.
But that doesn't it doesn't make it harder.
It don't really frustrate me though. No, because I'm an artist, and if I wanted to do the same thing, then that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna look at you like you just gotta understand, because I'm just expressing myself. I'm talking about my life.
I ain't mad at that. I'm just curious. Like, does that make it harder to have conversations now? Because like now it's like, all right, but I don't want to talk about this. Boom, song drop. Make people want to talk about it even more. Like, people are asking you questions like, do you know how to make rhymes? like let's be real. Like, come on.
I knew it. Literally, I was just waiting on you to say that.
Like it's come on. Like,
yeah, but no, like, artists just express themselves through their music, you know? That's just their creative space, whether they just saying shit to have fun or just being realistic.
So you would never, like, even moving forward, right, to whatever situation or was or is, would you ever have a set boundary that this can't happen if I'm with somebody?
What you mean? Give me an example.
Like, for example, like, yo, if we're going to do something, right, just don't put my name in no music. Would that be a boundary for you?
No, you can't really tell an artist how to be an artist. You just got to let them be them, you know? Because whatever they feel like when they go in the studio that day, that might be like they hit fucking song, or, you know, that might go up. So I ain't going to put no limits to that.
So you want
if they feel the need to go talk about me in a song, or if I feel the need to go talk about somebody in a song or go say something, then that's just what I'm going to do, you know? I'm not going to ask for no approval on how I'm going to be creative.
So it's no limitations on anybody.
It's a respect. Now, if somebody dragging you in a song, then that's just like, okay, cool. Like, all right now. But other than that, no, have fun, do you.
It's just boundaries and respect.
Yeah.
I had a question about one of your songs, right? It said, it's the song I Can't Blame You, right? It said, I think it was like track 3, I think, maybe?
Track 3, yeah, it's 3.
Come on.
Right after now. All right, babe, you did your research, I guess. All right.
It said, I need more than all this money. I need more than healing, than diamonds. I need more than healing.
I need more than all this money. I need healing.
Oh, yeah, I need healing. I need more than diamonds, more than sex, more than love, more than feelings. I've been hurt so many times. I need a real one.
That was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
What? Talk about the hurt.
Talk about the hurt.
Talk about the hurt, man.
The hurt done got me where I am today. You know, like, the hurt make me go harder. So I'm thankful for the hurt. You know? And when I needed that almost, right? I needed that. Yeah, you need that. That's how you learn.
How does that change things moving forward? Of how you dealing with work, dealing with friendships, dealing with relationships, whatever. Like, how does that hurt?
Honestly, hurt make me go harder, but sometimes it takes some time to learn. You know, because you might find yourself in the same situation, and then boom, it's like, now you hurt again. So the hurt made me just chill, sit back, and it made me smarter. It made me just focus on myself. You know.
What are some things that you are able to see clearly now? I guess now that the storm is gone. Isn't that like an old school song? Now that the rain is gone. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
Nothing. And my life I ain't finna just sit here and cap like my life just all bad and I'm just all butt hurt. So, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to cap though, but we want to see what makes you human. Like,
you want me to be sad?
No, I don't want you to be sad. No, I don't. I'm very happy, but I can acknowledge like it's been some shit that went on.
Yeah, it's definitely been some shit that went on in my life, but any hurt that I've been through in my life always made me go harder. Like, it really, God brought me more. Like, you know.
What was your biggest lesson then? Again, it don't have to be relationship.
No, I know. Like, my biggest lesson with just being hurt is, what was probably one of my biggest, like, letdowns or, like, my biggest... Don't set your expectations too high, you know? Because then when they let your ass down, they let your ass down.
How do you set expectations?
Stay level-headed with any situation, I feel like.
So how do you differentiate setting expectations but having boundaries? Because I feel like this is something that you talk about, having boundaries, right?
Boundaries are cool. Boundaries are very cool. But when I say expectations, I mean, like, how can I explain this to make sense? When I say expectations, I mean, say it with a friendship. I expect X, Y, and Z out of you as a friend. Sometimes it might be, like, so high, like, unrealistic for this person to like you what? As a friend. Like, okay. Just for instance, this could be, like, just hella dragging it, but say, okay, a birthday, I expect all my friends to get me X, Y, and Z. You know, like, you can't just expect all your friends to do that because then you're going to be let down. Like, because all your friends may not be able to, you know? So don't just set your expectations too high for anything. You know, like, even with going into a meeting, like, don't set your expectations too high because when you hear no, you might just, like, that shit might break you because you just set your expectations way too high. And you should just go in there level-headed and be prepared for whatever.
Who is the judge what's high and what's not, right? Like, how do you judge that?
Personal preference, for real. As a person, you know. What do you look at as super high? And what do you look at as, this is cool. Like, this a balance.
Okay, like a worst case scenario type.
Worst case scenario.
Okay.
I always think worst case scenario. And sometimes that's not good because, not saying I don't go into a situation thinking like the best, but I don't know. I ain't finna just, I don't know.
No, I can get it. It's kind of like, look.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's like if this happens, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Right. With that too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. Yo, do you feel like having all this success is sometimes could be like a negative in a way of like, because sometimes, I don't know where you are, but sometimes it's hard to enjoy being in a moment because we're trying to chase another one. Do you ever feel like that?
I always feel like that. And that's why, like, it take for my family to be like, telling me like, dang, you doing this. Or like, I just went in the hair salon the other day and she was like, every time I see you, you doing something new. Like, you doing better than when I last seen you. And I'm just like, damn, like, I'm glad you think about it that way. But I look at it like I ain't doing good enough. Like, I'm very happy. And that's why sometimes you got to really sit back and just look from where you came from to where you are now to really appreciate everything. But like, my family just always be talking about it and like boasting all the time, and I just be like, y'all, like, I haven't even made it to where I want to be.
That's why these conversations are so important, and like that's why I try to get people to be vulnerable, because like, I don't know, I never seen you speak in this light, right? It's always like with the girls and y'all be turning up, right? I mean, it's what it is. But hearing you speak about God is like, yo, she's more than materialistic, right? She's more than the designer she wear.
I'm not even like, I like material, but I wouldn't call myself materialistic. Like, I don't obsess over this shit because once before I didn't really have this, and I was as happy as I am. I'm still putting that shit on with what I got, So I wouldn't really just call myself materialistic.
Talk about the importance of being happy in the absence of all the materialistic stuff.
Before I had jewelry, before I had all of this designer, before I had everything that, like, the house I live in, before I had all of that, I always say I was like happiest in my little 1-bedroom apartment. Like, with everything I had, I was so grateful because it was mine. Like, I worked hard for it, and it was mine. So
just have some fun, right? We're gonna have a little bit of fun. So even because y'all talked about this on Poor Mind, shout out to them. So even if somebody wearing some knockoff shit, they should be happy in that knockoff.
Knockoff, I don't condone in knockoff now. I don't condone in knockoff, but like, I feel like, don't be scared to just go wear no Nikes or no Adidas. Like, don't be scared to dress in your budget. I feel like, and I don't mean that offensively. I'm just saying, like, why go buy? I don't be liking that.
I thought that was a thing now. Like, I hear people talk about that on the internet and shit.
Like I be seeing it all over TikTok. They be just like buying like knockoff designers and stuff. And I mean, different shows with different folks, but I'm not doing it.
Facts. I can't. I ain't doing it. I can't do it because like niggas see it. I feel like it's gonna bring more harm than happiness. Like, but fuck that.
I mean, people want to do it.
Yo, so I mean, what's up now, man? We got the show on BET. The project is out. It's all you, by the way, right?
Yes.
No features?
No features on my project. Now,
why not flex? Like, why not? Come on.
Got to, it's just me, I really, with this project, I just wanted to show people how I was coming, like, the elevation in my music. Because my last project, it wasn't mediocre, but you can hear this project and just hear the growth, in my delivery and the lyrics and just everything, the whole production behind every song. Like, you can hear the growth. So that's why I tell people, like, when they go listen to it, like, really listen to it. Like, the melodic records on there, like, I tapped into, like, some other parts of my artistry.
Now, you gave a good balance of, like, what the girl's talking about now.
I ain't give too much, it was too
like, you gave a good balance of, like, popping your shit, talking about you want trips and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Right. All that shit that girl be talking about. Fucking hate that shit. Like, y'all put so much pressure on me. Like, y'all gotta give us a fucking break.
No.
Can't fuck with me if you take me on a trip, unless you take me on a trip, shit like that. But you had to give a great balance of that.
All jokes or not, I'm just like.
You can't. That gotta be, like, the standard now, though.
You can't vote with me if you don't take me on a trip. You gotta just make me happy. Like, it's standards for sure.
What does it take to make you happy? What does it take to make you happy, honestly?
Pay attention to me, take time out to really, like, learn me and who I am. Yeah, just pay attention.
That's it, honestly.
You pay attention to me, you're going to see what I like and what I don't like, and you're going to do everything to make me happy.
I feel like you're around too many people to just... Because you can have a regular motherfucker on the street that's going to pay attention to you and make you happy. You're going to overlook them.
No, because you got to spend money too.
Right.
Yeah.
So
regular motherfucker on the street, you can't spend no money. Like, no.
You got to be a rich nigga.
I mean, look at what I'm doing for myself. If you can't do for me what I'm doing for myself, then I just don't need you around me. If you can't teach me nothing that I don't already know, buy me something that I ain't got. And just pay attention to me.
Hey, that's Dior got some motherfucking sense. I say that because so many girls would be like, nah, I gotta date a rich nigga, but they don't even know can't even explain why. Yeah. It's like, yo, I already buy this shit for myself, so if you can at least kind of keep up with my lifestyle, like, you ain't in my league, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Respect. It got some sense.
But I feel like every girl deserves a man that's gonna spoil them. Like, every girl. Every woman. But you gotta...
Every girl, come on, bro.
Every girl deserves to be treated nice.
Yeah, but like if you can't spoil yourself, why should I spoil you? Let's be real.
What if she can't like necessarily just spoil herself and just, go crazy on herself, but she treat herself to nice things. She keep her hair up, she keep her nails up, like she take care of herself.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
What if said guy can't spoil you, but he can keep your nails done, keep your hair done?
I don't need that. I can do that myself.
Exactly. So the answer to your question is, if a girl can't do all that for herself, she can't expect expectations. She can't expect me to come in and do it for her either.
Okay, right. I guess you're right. But I guess, but speaking from terms of me,
you different though.
Yeah.
Like you different. It's like it's all, you feel me?
Right.
But but yeah, like I was saying, the project is definitely well versed. Mm-hmm. You being the only, like, you having no features, that was intentional.
It just happened like that. My favorite songs just ain't had no features, and I'm like, they ain't need them.
But you could have flexed and made some calls. You
definitely could have made some calls, but I just decided not to.
And you independent?
And I'm independent.
How is that, bro?
And I'm independent.
Do you like it for real, or you just...
It's definitely beauty in being independent. I get to do what the fuck I want when I want. Like, that's the best. That's the best situation you could be in. Doing what you want when you want. Having freedom. Having the creativity over everything you got going on. Being able to say no and yes whenever you want to. And it just made me feel like more of a boss, because a lot of people can't say they doing this shit by themselves.
Nah, facts. So you're not looking to be signed with nobody else or nothing like that?
I mean, eventually, but when the right opportunity presents itself, I ain't in no rush.
Who would it be with, though? It gotta make sense, It
gotta make sense, but I honestly don't have a favorite, label.
For real?
Is that crazy?
Kinda,
Kinda.
I
see artists on RCA that I like. I mean...
It's not bad. It's
a lot of different good labels, though.
You know who I'm thinking of? I'm ignorant. I mean,
what are you thinking of?
There's only one lit label that's killing shit right now.
Who?
QC.
Oh, QC lit.
Yeah, I just feel like you would probably.
Like I said, if the right opportunity presents
itself, tell them drop the bag. Tell them drop the bag.
I'm going for sure, but if not, I'm at the pass.
Man, I fuck with you for pulling up. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Is there anything that we didn't touch on?
We touched on my music. We touched on my past life. You got me a little sad.
You capping. You full of shit.
You got my business a little bit.
A little bit. I think it was cool.
We dug into the past.
I think it was very respectful.
This was a very good interview.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed this.
Yo, I just, again, I said it before, but I appreciate sitting down with a lady like yourself, being so young, but being so popular and famous and lit in your own way, but still so grounded.
Yeah, thank you.
I think a lot of people aren't.
Don't let the shit get to your head. You gotta stay level-headed,
A lot of
God gave you this shit, He can take it all the way.
A lot of women ain't like that nowadays.
Yeah, I take pride in being, grounded and balanced.
Humble.
I don't like to say humble because a lot of people, they take humble as you don't really know who you are. I know who I am. I know what I got.
Ain't nothing wrong with being humble.
Ain't nothing wrong with being humble, but the definition behind humble.
Let's look it up. What it say? I'm a definition type of guy.
Look it up.
I don't know. Hope I ain't taking too much of your time. Humble. What's the definition of being humble? Having or showing modest or low self-esteem. No, not low self-esteem. I misread it. It says having or showing a modest or low esteem of one's own importance. I think that's
low. That's like low self-esteem.
Not really.
Low esteem of one's importance. I know who I am. I know I'm important. I know my worth. But
you don't think you're bigger than nobody though.
I ain't gotta walk around thinking I'm bigger than nobody. The only person I'm trying to be bigger than is the person I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you better drop the motherfucker.
No, for real though. That's how I feel. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't really like saying humble.
I get it, but I don't have a problem with being humble because I think Jay-Z said it, he was like, I apologize if my way of life made you feel away, right? If my lifestyle made you feel away, my bad.
I'm going to use that. I apologize because a lot of people look at me and be like, oh, you trying to like brag or trying to do this and that. I'm just me.
But when I look at it like, since we already there, right? We talked about it.
Okay.
When you walk in purpose and you walk with the favor of God, bro, it shouldn't be nothing that you can do or wear that make me feel away because I know who I am, right? Like, it's nothing that nobody can do.
So we're going to say that.
I could be in a room with whoever. I could be in a room with the best interviewers or whatever, but I know my time is coming and I know I got a bigger purpose than all this. So, like, but that's why I think I could use humble because, like, I'm humble. But I know I'm that nigga, though. Don't get it fucked up. Like, you that.
We saying the same thing, but humble, the definition behind it is
she like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We can't.
But I'm going to just call it balance. I'm balanced.
But I fuck with you being so balanced and well-rounded, man. It really brings a joy to these conversations because
it ain't too many like me.
Okay. Poppy shit. Yo, Daz Dior, Mr. J Hill Podcast. Great conversation, man.
Yes, I enjoyed that.
That was you I was talking to you on the phone?